In 2015, the Cursed Realm was opened and the Ghosts were released. Many minifigures were released for this army and we're going to be taking a look at all of them from 2015 to 2021. Tell me in the comments what your favourite Ninjago ghosts are, and now let's get into it. Starting with Morro himself, who had two different versions released. The first version being his regular self from the Airjitsu Flyer and Final Flight of Destiny's Bounty, and then the evil Green Ninja version where he is possessing Lloyd. The evil Green Ninja was released in the City of Styx and the Morro Dragon and was certainly a highly anticipated minifigure, and looking at him it's clear as to why. With his brand new and exclusive hood piece and fantastic torso and leg printing on the dark green cursed suit, as well as a smiling possessed Lloyd face. The regular Morro figure meanwhile wears a cursed classic green ninja suit which looks great with the transparent legs and a black cape, which only came in the Destiny's Bounty set. He's also got a transparent green head with a smiling face print, and then his back detailing carrying on the ghostly green ninja robes from the front. Next we have the four ghost generals, Ghoultar, Wrayth, Bansha and Soul Archer. Three of which have two variants, one with legs and one with a tail, but everything else about them is the same, while Ghoultar only has a tail. Ghoultar of course being the Scythe Master, and here's a closer look. Ghoultar, as you can see, has a face that looks rather skeletal and it is very creepy, especially with that metal plate bolted in the back of his head holding it together. With his chest piece removed we can get a view of the torso printing, where again that skeleton design continues under his torn robes, pairing very nicely with his face print. His back detailing also shows more tears in his robes, showing a skeleton below. Perhaps there's more to Ghoultar than meets the eye. Wrayth meanwhile is the only general not to wear the evil green ninja armour in blue, so we can see his torso printing unobscured. Of course this version is with his legs so we can see the leg printing, but he did come with a tail in two sets he was released in. He's got chains all over his front, as he is of course the Chain Master. Under the mask, Wrayth is covered in black bandages, so we have a skeleton and a mummy as part of the Ghost Army. And turning him around to the back we see more of those chains carrying over as the mummy head wrap continues around the back too. His mask is also the same as Soul Archer's mask and was only used on 3 different minifigures. Bansha has more red in her colour scheme as opposed to purple. She is the Blade Master, so does come with ghostly swords in all of her sets. Again, she has a tail in some sets and legs in others. Her mask is the same as a lot of the other ghosts and it has a transparent back to it, allowing for light to enter. Her face has some white ghastly printing on it. Removing the armour piece lets us see her torso printing, which again is just fantastic, and her back printing does have some shurikens hidden in her belt. The mask did allow for light to come straight through, lighting up her head so that it would still glow with the mask on. Unlike Soul Archer, who as you can see uses a solid mask piece which prevents the light coming through, keeping his head looking like a more dark green. Taking it off you can see just how it blocks it, as his whole head lights up with it removed. Again, he's got the armour piece from Possessed Lloyd, covering up his excellent torso detailing with more of the ghostly robes and straps for his arrow quiver. So those were the Ghost Generals. Really great that we got 4 individual and unique generals to go along with the many warriors we're about to look at. The Ghost Army was quite possibly the best Ninjago army when it came to being able to amass huge numbers of them, as you're about to see right now. In the main sets there were 3 different unique Ghost Warrior variants released, and then 2 more unique variants released in a Battle Pack set too, meaning that as well as the 4 generals and Morro, there were 5 unique Ghost Warriors to go along with them, giving an overall number of 10 unique Ghost Warriors, 3 of which were dispersed many times through the sets to make army building incredibly easy. With 5 of this variant, 5 of this variant and 2 of this variant, even without the generals or battle pack, you could build a decent sized ghost army. Anyway, here are the 3 designs that were scattered through the main sets, each one usually having a different name in every set they came in, like Pitch, Whale, Cyrus, Ming, Yokai, Cowler and so on. 2 of them do share torso printing and they all have the same leg printing, but the face on the left warrior is unique to him and his variant. There we can see all of their torso prints more easily, and with the other accessories removed we can see their faces too, with more transparent green faces, using Bansha's mask piece to let the light through. Moving around to the back we can see their back detailing again, showing their ghostly ninja robes. So yeah, there were plenty of these minifigures available, allowing for a huge army to be built. As you can see here, with every ghost minifigure you could obtain just from the regular sets, not even counting polybags, the generals, or the 2 from the battle pack. When you add in the 4 generals, and even their variants if you wish, you can really get a sense of just how big the Ghost Army was. This was an incredible time to be a Ninjago fan, and as I mentioned earlier, makes this by far the best villain collection in terms of army building potential. Those 2 from the battle pack both have exclusive torso prints, while the one on the right also has an exclusive face too, but neither of them have exclusive legs. Still, their torso printings look great, and again, it just adds more mass to the army, giving a little more variation, and that is great to have. We now move into 2016 where 4 more Ghost minifigures were released, 3 being unique. The two on the side, Chris and Martin, were just the same minifigure duplicated, both from the Ejitsu Battlegrounds, though they do each have a double-sided face, so you can get a tiny bit of variation in them if you like, keeping one as a statue and one as a ghost. Of course, they were Sensei Yang students. Then of course, the main ghosts for this year were Cole and Yang. Cole being the first and so far only main ninja to become a ghost. This was also the only ninja suit Cole had where he was given his ghost head print. It came in two sets, Tiger Widow Island and Lloyd's Dragon, but the only difference between them is armor variation, so we'll just look at this suit here. It is obviously just his skybound suit, and what makes him a ghost is his sand green head, clearly differentiating him from the ghosts of the Cursed Realm who had transparent green hair. He did have two face prints, one more stern and one smiling, and under the armor we get his back detailing. And then we get to Sensei Yang, released in both the Ultra Stealth Raider and Ejitsu Battlegrounds. Both times he came with the Yin Blade, which reused 2015's Aeroblade piece in transparent green, but the Stealth Raider also paired him with the Green Lantern on his back. It would be nice to one day get this in orange too. As for Yang himself though, he gets a sand green tailpiece to match his sand green head, although he really ought to have had black legs instead of a tail. Anyway, removing the beard lets us see his torso and face print, which does look quite a bit like Klaus, so this could definitely be used to make a custom Ghost Klaus minifigure. His torso print is just some basic sensei robes, and his back print looks quite similar to some of the stuff that Wu has gotten in the past. That's it for the 2016 ghost. We can now move ahead to 2017 with a ghost that I think many people may miss. This, as you can see, is a statue wearing vermilion armour. It was released in the Ninjago movie's Temple of the Ultimate Weapon, and as you can see, it shares the same statue headpiece as Chris and Martin from 2016, meaning that yes, this statue is actually haunted and also deserves a place in this video. We come now to the Legacy Ghosts. Two versions were released, however both reused the same torso, tail and face printing. The only difference between them was armour and masks, this one using the Legacy mask in blue and purple. It's nice to get that mask in this colour so it can be used on other ghosts too if you wish. The torso printing is similar to other ghosts we saw before, while the tail is now in purple and green rather than blue and green, meaning it is now compatible with the regular Ghost Warriors from 2015 too. While the original tail only really looked good on the generals, as the generals used a dark blue colour scheme while the main ghosts used purple. Under the mask is the Legacy face, it's clearly intended to be a new version of Ghoultar's skeleton face, while the back detailing is also similar to but distinct from the regular ghosts we saw before too. And then finally, scattered throughout the 2015 sets, we got Skreemers. Two versions available, one with an open screaming mouth and the other with a more angry face. The Skreemers were able to fit easily on top of a minifigure head like so, meaning you could use them to possess minifigures, which is so cool. It also means that if you have enough minifigures for all of your Skreemers, you could basically double your ghost army by having the possessed minifigures. It was great that we got so many of these things released in a set wave where there were already so many villain minifigures released as it is. Again, making this by far the best collection when it came to army building. And now in 2023, new set pictures show a character called the Spirit of the Temple in the Dragon's Rising Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores set. Is this figure a new ghost or something else? We'll have to wait and see on that, but even beyond that, one day we may get more, whether it's as legacy remakes or brand new ghosts. But for now, this is it. If you enjoyed that, then click on screen right now to check out another video, and make sure you smash the like button as that really does help. And again, comment down below your favourite ghost minifigure. That's all for now, so I'll see you again very soon.